Testing, 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 testing. Hi everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel and happy Halloween. Sorry if this audio is not very great. I'm having weird technical difficulties at the moment. Little Halloween curse or something, I guess. I haven't posted in a hot minute. Or I guess not so recent at this point, but a few months ago got a second job and have just been very, very, very busy, sadly. For those who don't know, Halloween is my favorite holiday, as well as autumn is just my favorite season in general. I haven't been able to enjoy it all that much when it comes to The Sims, because I've just been so busy lately. Hopefully, though, I can get a better work-life balance going soon. But until then, I hopefully will get some more videos up soon, all kind of like fall themed. I have 2 fall builds I want to get up soon. This is my only Halloween build, though, and that's why I was like, I need to get this up as soon as possible, even if that means on Halloween night. Anyways, happy Halloween to all you girls, ghouls, and boys, and non-gender confirming spirits. I'm just here today just bringing you my latest speed build, and I was thinking when it comes to doing something this year that's spooky, I feel like every year I do like a haunted house, especially ever since we got paranormal. I'm like, oh, haunted house, spooky that. And I'm like, let's kind of think outside the box a little. And I was like, what if we did a spooky kind of like wedding venue? Because I thought that would kind of incorporate the horror that was my wedding stories, as well as while including some kind of like gameplay for maybe some occult sims. My idea is that this would be like the ideal like vampire wedding kind of locale. It's in Forgotten Hollow, and it's supposed to be like a gothic mausoleum church type build in a cemetery. So I was like, yeah, it'd be perfect for vampires to get married in. It's nice and creepy. It's gonna have a bunch. It's all candlelit, so it's a little dark and kind of like ominous in there, as well as it has lots of just overall like interesting atmosphere, and it's a good place. It has multiple use. Like if you want to bury your Sims here, come just drop off their headstone. You can do that. If you also just want to come here and like get married, you can, and it'd be good for like if you have like maybe some gothic Sims who are into more of like dark macabre things. This would be a great wedding venue. Or if you want kind of like how I've built it intended, like a great vampire build. It kind of like you go in there, there's a casket, so it kind of like looks like maybe you have a funeral here, or maybe a final last wedding before death, or after death. And that also got me thinking, I'm probably gonna do a full video on it later, but I've been thinking a lot about like what a kind of like funeral pack in The Sims 4 would look like. I've been revisiting a lot of the literature from Caitlin Doty. If you don't know her, she has a YouTube channel, also known as Ask Mortician. You should check her out. Great channel, great content, as well as you should check out some of her books if you can. And I've just been thinking a lot about like how would we do a funeral pack in The Sims 4. So let me know if you're interested, because I've been thinking a lot about that and what that gameplay would look like, and like how we can like bring in different ways to celebrate kind of like end of life ceremonies. And I'm thinking a lot about in the vein of my wedding stories, which as we know, a little glitchy, a little underwhelming, but if there's one thing I liked about that pack is the way it really allowed for so much customization that you could really make a wedding that was representative of so many different cultures. I don't want to say it represents all cultures, because it's probably missing a lot, but that was kind of my idea, thinking about like a funeral pack and how that would work in The Sims. So, but yeah, as you can see here, this is pretty much the basic shape of the mausoleum. It's all candlelit, so it kind of has this nice kind of creepy feel into it. And then I pull out of those red base game wedding kind of like candle operas down. My idea for this also is it's pretty pack accessible, I would say. I'm pretty sure the only packs I used in it were base game, vampires, my wedding stories, and then I think maybe I used a headstone or two from cats and dogs because they have some like decor items that are from the pet cemetery, and I thought that would just be nice for kind of more variation in headstone and kind of like statues that you'd find in the cemetery. Because I was really thinking of also like Victorian cemeteries that had like different monuments along with like different mausoleums and cemeteries. So, but once again, I really wanted to use a lot of vampires because I really want that kind of creepy Victorian Gothic feel. And I really also wanted, I really wanted it to feel different than any other kind of wedding lot you might be able to get off the gallery. So feel free to download this. It's, like I said, I think for the most part, it's pretty pack accessible. Another thing about it I noticed that was really interesting is how when I was using the vampires, like trees and plant decor, stuff like that, I realized like the plants and the trees aren't like super high quality. I think they probably were when the game came out, but like I think years later, now looking at the quality of like the plants and the trees in the more recent packs, you're kind of like, oh wow, especially like the big tree you see up front here. It feels very Tim Burton, but it also feels so like a little clunky. So that's one thing. If they ever do a like kind of they go back and they refresh vampires. There's not a lot like gameplay wise I think they need to add, but if they wanted to like update the like assets to make them look nicer, I think that would be a good use of money. As well as I'm pretty sure there is better like specific gameplay they could add between the different occults if they were to refresh the pack that I think would make it more worth it, as well as maybe adding a few different like vampire skills or like abilities could be fun as well. But overall, like I said, my idea here is I really wanted to do, something Halloweeny, but something a little outside of the box. I haven't really seen anything like this in the Sims 4 gallery. I'm pretty sure there are. I'm not claiming to be the only one to have ever thought of this idea. But while I was kind of scrolling through Instagram and YouTube, I was just seeing just a lot of spooky, scary houses. And I was like, you know what? What if we did a mausoleum that's supposed to kind of act as like a vampire or gothic wedding venue? I'll definitely say I think it's a little bit more accessible for vampires because, for one, there is no bathroom, so keep that in mind. As well as there are no like buffet tables or tables to sit down to eat, and the reason being vampires don't need to eat in The Sims 4. So I was like, but there is a dance floor. Anyways, you can download this off the gallery. Feel free to check out some of my other builds there. And I'll hopefully see you soon for some more spooky or autumn-themed builds. Thank you so much, and you have a happy Halloween.
Jack-o'-lantern, it's Halloween. Apples hanging high. There's a big pumpkin pie in the sky. Children sing, children waltz. Who gives a darn if your face is false? Jump on your broom like a witch. Go and toss all your gloom in the ditch.